on a minute. You're gonna call this next video, should I run slower? Say what?
How do you do?
At the track, cheeky pyramid session tonight, and the dedicated coaches are setting out the dancing obstacle course. Evening all. So at the track, just doing a few creaky joint exercises. Session tonight is a cheeky pyramid session. I believe 400, 800, 1200, 1600, and back down 1200, 800, 400. So obviously, as normal, key, do the first rep steady. I think is really key. Let's see how it goes. Pretty windy tonight, so it's going to be, one direction, wind behind, other direction, wind in your face. So lots of hiding in the group, I think. Let's see how it goes. Morning team, it's Thursday morning on the morning commute, and it's windy outside. It's yellow warning for wind, so if everything gets blown off from the screen and everything and it all goes wrong, you'll know why. Right, what I wanted to do was unpick yesterday's track session, because it was probably the best track session that I've had since I've come back to the track a few weeks ago. It was a pyramid session. I'll go into the detail in a minute, but the average pace for the whole session of the efforts, ignoring the recoveries, was 3:27.6. So just under 3:28 per K pace, which, looking back at the other sessions I've done since I've returned to the track in this block, is 10 seconds quicker. And I know they're not direct comparisons, there's conditions, there's a type of session, distances, recoveries, different sets. You can't really relate each track session to the other directly, but couple that with the fact that the way I felt, my legs just felt more accustomed, more conditioned to running on the track. It flowed better, and aerobically, heart and lungs felt good as well, which is odd because as I was warming up, it was windy, as you saw. That wind I thought would make us slower because it was really in your face and you were fighting against it when you came around one of the bends and the straights, and I kind of just relaxed on the straights where the wind was behind you and work into the wind, which to me isn't the most economical way of running. I also look back on Strava at track sessions that I've done, I don't know, since 2018 really, and that was probably comparable with the fastest track session I've done since 2018, which is quite telling really. And it also makes me think, well, I've got 3 months till my target. Where am I going to go now when I've already hit paces that I've been really happy with and indicating that I'm in race shape? And I don't think I'm in race shape. So the question in my mind is, will there be further improvement to enable me to run even faster than I did last year? I don't know. That would be absolutely crazy as I get another year older and move into 2024 when I'm going to hit 60. So it'd be interesting to know where the running's going. So also in my mind is, don't go crazy now and don't get injured. So do I scale it back a bit, do a bit of reverse periodization, and bring in some long, steady endurance runs, not to stall the progress, but to give me the full package, So I haven't really done any longer runs. Last year I did some, I say longer, maybe up to sort of 14, 15k continuous runs that I haven't done at all in this block. And within those runs I'd do like a K tempo and then 2k easy, 2k steady and things like that. So I'd mix it up, I wouldn't just plod. I think that could be something to bring into January, and then carry on with the track session but not go crazy, and then come sort of February, beginning of March, really then get the form dialed in with some real full-on efforts to get as fast as I possibly can at the end of March. Hey, that almost sounds like a plan, doesn't it? You can tell that I've thought about that for the last at least 2 minutes while I was walking to the garage. Right, so let's have a look at this track session, quickly unpick it to see what gave us that 327, 328 average per K. So the first effort was 400 meters because it's pyramid session, 400 meters, 800 meters, 1200 meters, 1600 meters, 1 mile, and then back down again with 1200, 800, 400. So my idea was the mile effort and the 1200 on the way down are probably going to be the hardest in the set. So can we get constant pace in a pyramid like that? Quite difficult. My first rep, the 400, in any track session I do, is always going to be slightly dialed back because I just need to get in the groove. If I overcook it, that's it, the whole session is cooked and overdone. So the first 400 was done at 125 pace, 1 lap 125, felt quite relaxed. Recovery are all around sort of half the time of the rep. Didn't always hit that, it was a bit hit and miss because of the spread of abilities of people finishing. But you know, the recovery was around there. Next rep was 800 meters, 249, which is 329 per K pace. That also felt quite relaxed, and then that got me thinking, oh, this is okay. If I'm going to stay at that pace, happy days, but I didn't think I would. Next set, obviously a 1200 meters, 418. That's 331 per K pace. Again, this is way above my 5k, what I think I can do for a 5k pace, and that was pleasing. So after the rest, then after 1200, it's into a mile, 4 laps. This was possibly going to be the hardest rep to keep the pace anywhere near what I'd been doing. And I did have the benefit, I think, of one of the faster young guys running just ahead of me, who wasn't really feeling it on the night and was a bit slower than he usually is. So I was a bit faster than I usually am, he was a bit slower. So it was a real carrot, to be honest. So on the mile, took it really steady on the first 2 laps, and then realised I was gaining, and that just made me go a bit faster to finish in at 5:42, which is 3:30 per K pace, so slightly faster than 1200. I did feel the effort was a bit higher on that one, but quite pleased with that as a mile rep. The task then was to maintain the pace or even go faster without really blowing a gasket completely. So 1200 on the way down, then 4:15, which was 3 seconds quicker than the 1200 on the pyramid up. 3:28 per K pace. So then the 800 was, you know, almost session done. Going to cruise mode, try and let it flow, maintain the flow even though the fatigue in the legs is there, was my mantra. 2:45, which was 3:22 per K pace. And that in many ways felt not the most comfortable, but the most fluid, and moving at a faster pace just, I don't know, just felt better in the groove. And then finally it was a 400, and I could tell that folks were getting revved up to have a burn up. Not good for the old legs, so I thought, okay, I'll work my way into it. So everybody shot off. I tried to wind it up rather than go fast and slow down. Finished in 1:18, which isn't great, but for me, not flat out, but an honest effort. Probably more effort on the second 200 than the first 200 for that rep than the other reps, but hey ho, 1:18, that's 1:16 pace. So that helped the average of the session. So overall, yeah, that was a good track session. How am I feeling now? I'm up a bit earlier than I wanted to be, just because I simply woke up. And I know I've done something in the legs, but they haven't got that, oh no, the legs don't want to bend kind of soreness. It's just got like a deep, oh, I've got some fatigue here. I wouldn't like to do any efforts on the bike today, and I will do a recovery day, this spin and maybe some kind of, I don't know, either another endurance spin or short tempo efforts later on in the day if I feel okay. So anyway, yeah, a real good session. Shows I'm in a good place. Maybe have an easy sort of week over the Christmas period. Although I have got on the Wednesday the 27th that Castle Crimbo 10k, which is round the park where I do most of my training, just down the road. It's a very twisty, turny, nice course. The park won't be closed though. There's a lot of dog walkers, things like that, so it could be a bit of an obstacle course. As long as it's not icy or wet, then it'll just be good fun. But it will be a high-end tempo run, a bit like the park run, I think. So I don't know, around 40 minutes. It's not a fast course. Be nice just to run around 40 minutes, maybe 39, 59, just to see the nice digits. We'll see, shouldn't put a time on it. It's about the feel, how it feels while I'm running, not going for times, chasing the clock. Right, I'll sign off, finish my commute, still dark. Road's not too busy though. Okay, I'll catch you next time. See you later. So session done. Probably the best track session I've done so far, to be honest. Check out the times when we get back. It's blowing all my hair off, look.